Hey everyone. In case there was any doubt in anyone's mind, I would just like to come on here and formally say that I am absolutely, completely, 100% the worst vlogger ever. I'm so sorry. It is currently Saturday, May 17th. It's nighttime. I'm just getting ready for bed and I am home now. The cruise is over. I hardly vlogged anything. I don't even know what happened. Like, I was so ready to vlog everything that happened, and I think it was a mixture of like when we were off the boat doing like excursions and stuff, we were so busy doing things that like I couldn't really vlog. And then when we were on the boat, it was like it was either just me and my mom hanging out doing whatever we were doing, or like we were seeing shows and stuff, or we were like eating, or we were hanging out with people we had met on the boat. We met a lot of really cool people, made some good friends, and there just wasn't a good time to vlog, and I just kept not doing it. And now I'm home. We got home last night, so we've been back here for about 24 hours, and I actually leave again early tomorrow morning to fly back to St. John's for the summer. So yeah, this kind of concludes the end of my traveling, but we took a lot of pictures, while we were on the trip. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna kind of talk about each day and then insert some pictures so you guys can sort of feel like you were there. I know it's not the same, but I wanted to document this vacation, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I think the last time I actually vlogged was at the end of the day when we were in Juneau. That was the day that we went biking around the glacier, which was awesome. So the next day we were in Skagway, and we had another excursion. We got up early, and it was like we hiked the first 2 miles of the Chilkoot Trail, and Chilkoot Trail I think is about 30 miles, and it's the trail that people took back during like the Klondike Gold Rush. That was the trail they took to get from Alaska to the Yukon where the gold was. I don't really know that much about the gold rush, to be honest. Anyway, we hiked the first 2 miles, which was a lot of fun. Me and my mom both really like hiking, so that was fun. And then when we got to like our it wasn't the end, but it was like the end of our hiking, our 2 miles, we took a raft like down this river, and it wasn't whitewater rafting. There was a couple spots where it was a little wavy, but it was pretty much just like a calm river. But it was really cool. It was really fun to raft back down, and kind of got to see a lot of stuff, so I'll put in those pictures. And then once the excursion was done, they dropped us off back in town, in the town of Skagway. And it's a really, really small town. Like, I think the population is only like 900. And the day that we were there was our cruise ship, and there were 2 other cruise ships. So there were so many people in town. My mom and I kind of walked around downtown. We were like, we don't want to do any shopping. Like, there's just so many people here that we were just like, we can't do this. So we just like went and got back on the ship, because we were like, we did our excursion. Like, we saw a lot of stuff. Like, there's just too many people in like such a small town. So we went and got back on the boat, on the ship, and got something to eat. And it actually ended up being really, really warm that day, that afternoon. So we ended up like putting on our bathing suits and going and like sitting by the pool and like swimming and tanning and stuff. It was as if we were in like the Caribbean. Like, it wasn't like hot, but it was like, it was a lot warmer than I thought it would be. Like, I was just sitting there in my bathing suit and I was fine, which was super awesome. So Skagway was a really good day. The next day we were in Icy Strait, and we had another excursion there. Icy Strait was also a really small town, so there wasn't really that much to see. It was cool though. So our excursion that day was kayaking, and it was a 4-hour excursion, but I think it was about between 3 and 3.5 hours of like actual kayaking. So we just kind of like went around and saw some islands and stuff, and like we were supposed to see like wildlife, like seals and sea lions and maybe whales and like bears and eagles and that kind of stuff. We didn't actually end up seeing that much. We saw one bald eagle, which was kind of disappointing, but it was like, they don't control the animals. They can't say where they're going to be and when, and it was really cool. The kayaking was difficult. Like, it was like 3 hours of like paddling. Like, it wasn't easy, but it was a lot of fun. And yeah, it was good. So I'll got some pictures of that. And then after we were done kayaking, we walked around Icy Strait a little bit. Then we went and got back on the ship. And I don't think we did anything that special that night. And then the next day, we were in Ketchikan, and that was our last port. It was the only port where we didn't have an excursion. So we just we didn't get there. We didn't like dock until like 10 a.m. So a little bit of a later morning, and we just kind of took our time. We walked around. That was the only place where we actually did just a little bit of shopping, just a couple like souvenir type things. And there was 3 cruise ships, like our ship and 2 other ships in Ketchikan that day, so there were a lot of people. So in one of the stores, we just asked the woman who worked there, we were like, where do you think we should go? And we ended up walking around some of their like parks, because it's very hilly and stuff. It's really pretty. It's like rainforest, glacier, all of that jazz. And then we ended up at like a totem pole museum, which was pretty interesting. I didn't really know anything about totem poles. I know what they are, but I didn't really know anything about them, so that was pretty cool. Then got back on the ship, and then didn't really do, like, have dinner, have drinks, hang out with people, that sort of thing. Nothing like ridiculously special. And then the next day was our last day on the boat. We were at sea all day. We didn't really do that much. We slept in because we were out really late the night before. And we went to a couple like presentations. There's some like good guest speakers during the daytime. And we just kind of hung out, and we had to pack, and I was in major denial about the cruise being over. Yeah, didn't really do that much. So that was Thursday. Was our last day. We were at sea all day. And then Friday we got to Seattle, and we got off the boat about 8:30 in the morning, I think, was when we actually like got off the boat, got our bags, got everything, took a shuttle to the airport, flew Seattle to Vancouver, and then Vancouver to Toronto. And with the time difference, we didn't land in Toronto until after 10. So then we didn't get home until almost midnight last night, and it was like a weird kind of jet lag, but my mom stayed up till almost 3, and I was up till like almost 4 in the morning, like this morning. And I didn't really do anything today, kind of unpacked, organized, repacked type of thing, because like I said, I'm leaving early tomorrow morning to go back to St. John's for the summer. So yeah, that was the cruise in a nutshell. I'm sorry that I sucked so much at vlogging. I have all these like ideas in my head about how I'm gonna be such a great vlogger, and they never are executed the way that I want them to. I should know by now, but oh well. So yeah, that was Alaska 2014, and my mom and I were talking tonight about how we're in major withdrawal. It's like I keep expecting to like look around and see like the ocean and like feel the rocking of the boat and see our friends, and like I can just wave my little sea pass card and someone's gonna bring me a drink or ask me what I want to eat. There's no chocolate on my pillow tonight. I had to turn down my bed myself. What is this life? It's so weird. And we were only on the ship for 8 days. Like, I lived my whole life without those luxuries, but I had them for 8 days, and now I don't know how to be a normal human again. Like, even today, I just kind of like sat here all day. I was like, what do I do? How do I function in the real world? Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. That was my Alaska cruise. Let me know down in the comments any trips that you've been on recently, any trips you have planned, and I guess I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.